Ba-dum-bum.
Hello and welcome back to Quality Time with Nick and Erin.
Yes.
I'm Nick and Erin's baby is dead.
Oh, you're a little late, bro.
Womp, 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 womp. Your baby is dead. Was that a good joke, Erin? Ha ha. Your baby's dead.
So funny.
What? You don't think that's a funny joke?
So funny, I forgot to laugh.
Oh, maybe on the next one. Maybe if I was like, I hope your next baby dies too. What? It's dark humor.
That's hilarious.
Dark humor has no limits, right, guys? Nobody gets what we're talking about, except for the people who do know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
This week was a fun week.
Out of nowhere, I feel like.
Yeah, really kind of sideswiped us.
Like, you're a little late, people.
For people who don't understand why that would be a funny joke, you're right. It's not a funny joke. It's a terrible thing to say to somebody.
Yeah.
Don't know if you know this, guys, but last year, Erin and I, but mostly Erin, had a miscarriage.
Yes.
Did you guys know that? I bet you didn't know that. If you watch this podcast, you should know that because we did a whole episode on it. Go back a few episodes. There was an episode called Bad News Kids.
Well, it was half an episode.
Okay. Well, it was a long episode. It had two parts to it.
Yes.
One was me getting banned from TikTok the first time, and then us having a miscarriage.
Yes.
Bad
Lots
news,
of bad
kids.
news.
Little do you know, I've now been banned from TikTok 5 times, 6 times. I don't know. Nick Foster jokes, Nick Foster official, Nick Foster dude.
Again.
Not Nick Foster.
Yeah.
There was another one, right? Nick Foster again.
Yeah.
And now we're on the 5th one. So it's listen, guys, if you need context to what we're building up to here, if you're out of the loop and you don't know if you think you're like insulting us, we're going to get into all this, but just go back and listen to our last episode, okay? Or not last episode, but episode last year.
Yes. Called
Bad News Kids. It was all about us telling you that we had a miscarriage, okay? Little do you know, Erin is pregnant. We're 4 months out from being due.
Yeah.
Healthy as far as we can tell. Knock on wood. I think we're good. We're past the.
He's a big boy.
He's getting there. So it's all tying together because this week I got banned from TikTok again. And it was a really strange day because I was out doing yard work. I was trolling on TikTok. I had just got banned for the 4th time, started my new account, Nick Foster, again. Built that account up to 90,000 followers in like 2 weeks.
Damn.
As I do, because you can't keep me down. I'm out doing yard work and all of a sudden I checked my TikTok and I saw all these people start flooding. Ha ha, your baby's dead. Ha ha, fuck you, your baby died. Didn't your baby die? Where's your baby? Hey, fuck you and your baby. Like the most vicious, awful shit because these people found out of nowhere a year late that we had a miscarriage, but they think it's this baby.
Yeah.
Guess what, guys? It's not. So
Joke's on you.
I know. Like imagine, dude, these people are the most awful people, the most toxic. What do you think about this? Like before we get into all the details, what is your thoughts on this?
Okay, so someone actually had messaged me on Instagram saying like, hey, I've been seeing all the hate that you're getting. Like, I just want to say like, I'm so sorry. And how are you doing? Like checking in on you and stuff. I thought it was really sweet. And I was just like, I just feel bad for these people, honestly. First of all, how do you have this much time in your day? Like, go get a hobby or something.
I mean, says me, spending all day on TikTok.
But you're not spending, like, you're creating. This is my job.
I know.
Yes.
It's a career.
They are just browsing and talking shit over a fucking phone or whatever.
Over jokes that they don't like.
Yeah. And it's just, what is going on in your life that you are so bitter, you're so sad, you're so angry to just portray this angriness back into the world. Like, you must be a really sad, mad, angry person.
They're awful. These people are awful people.
Inside to spew that
especially everywhere. Considering that okay, these people caught wind that we had a miscarriage a year late. And then thousands of them, I mean thousands of them, just start flooding my TikTok, my comment sections, my DMs, my Instagram DMs, my Instagram comments.
I was surprised I wasn't
Twitter.
getting any DMs.
I'm surprised too.
I only got like one or two, maybe.
We've had this before where we've had these waves. Guys, if you just listen to the beginning of this podcast all the way through, you're going to see the progression of me as a TikTok. Like there's so much drama that we have talked about on here. We never started this to be a TikTok podcast. By the way, we even said last week, like, hey, we didn't talk about TikTok drama. That's good. We're not going to do this TikTok drama anymore. Well, guess what? This episode is a TikTok drama episode because sometimes it overrides our life.
Yeah.
And this week,
and they were talking about our life more too. It's like, you know.
Yeah, it got so crazy.
Yeah.
So out of nowhere, I'm start getting flooded with DMs and Instagram DMs on all the platforms and tweets, and just my comments were filling up with this like, ha ha, you're like, who does that? You find first off, you're a year late. Said it a million times. But even if it was current, that's what you people do. You find something so negative. Like you think because I made a joke that you don't like that was never about you, that I put out on my own platform to my own followers. I don't flood your DMs with, ha ha, your mom got cancer. Hey, I hope your child dies. Oh, you got in a car wreck? Good. You deserve it. This is what these people did. Thousands of them, countless.
Insane.
And so I'm checking my DMs and I'm like, or my TikTok comments, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? These people just found out I had a miscarriage.
How did everyone just find out?
Because I'm probably on some fucking Discord or somebody. I
they have
think
a
people
private
made it.
chat about you.
These people are obsessed with me. And so I see all this flooding and I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm going to fucking troll these people now. But then I got banned because when thousands of people flood your fucking comments, they can just mass report you. And that's what these fucking assholes did. They just flooded me with pure vile hate.
Yeah.
Like the most hateful. Oh, it's a joke. Oh, you think that's what my jokes are, dude? My jokes are funny. My jokes have punchlines. My jokes have a point. I never just say, ha ha, you died. Ha ha, I hope somebody dies. Ha ha, you piece of shit. I'll make fun of topics. And I don't know where this came from. I think it was like, because that week I was trolling on the, everybody was like, I think it had something to do with the Anne Frank joke, which was such a tame, nothing joke. You guys are fucking weird, dude. What you guys get outraged by.
If that was it, it's like,
it's not even the same. So let me give the buildup. And I think it was that because it was everybody was outraged on TikTok that people were using this weird face filter with this certain Jewish song because they were saying it was anti-Semitic. Not the filter, because the filter looks like a caricature of a Jewish person. Who thinks that? You would just be like, oh, that's a funny face. If you think you see this crazy big grin with a nose and you're like, oh, that's a Jew. Maybe you're the problem, dude.
For real.
It's like, who thinks that? So anyways, there's all this outrage about using that filter with this Jewish song. And they're like, it's not the filter that's anti-Semitic. And it's not the song that's anti-Semitic. It's using this filter with the song, even though people who were doing it weren't even doing anything negative about Jewish people whatsoever.
Yeah.
But there was this whole outrage that happened. And I saw it happen. And then I was like, oh, I'll troll these people. But I'm never trolling. I'm not trolling Jewish people, although of course they're going to get mad. I'm trolling the people who get outraged over something that's not offensive. A filter with a song that has nothing to do with negativity towards anybody. So I was like, oh, if they're saying it's anti-Semitic to use this filter, which is I guess a Jewish stereotype, with this song, then I'll use this filter with a different song, and then it's not anti-Semitic. So I used the filter with a different song, but then I was counting my quarters like, hey, look at my quarters. You want them? No, you can't have them. But I never said anything about Jewish people. It had nothing to, it's just, I knew people would associate that, and they'd be like, this is so anti-Semitic, and then I could just troll them like, what? You said if it was with the, you said it was with the song. It's not with the song. And why do you even think that? What do you see this face and you see coins and all of a sudden you think Jews? Because I never said anything about Jews.
Yeah.
I love trolling like that. Doing something that makes them the racist.
Yeah.
Right. But of course, they don't see this. They're so stupid that they get so outraged by their own racism that of course, they're never going to admit. None of it was negative towards Jewish people, but it's just mocking the people who say, you're not allowed to do that. Oh yeah, well, watch me do it. And I'll make it even more crazy. But yet you're going to get so mad and you're not going to have it. Everybody was like, Nick's just gaslighting us. He knows what he did, but they're like looking for the area where they can point to like, this is anti-Semitic. And all my comments were just like, what are you talking about? He just likes his quarters. I was like, guys, I just like quarters. What? This has nothing to do with Jewish people.
Yeah.
If you're going to argue that it is, it's like, you're the one, dude. I love that. Anyway, so all these people are getting mad at me. And of course, whenever people are getting mad at me about, that's the topic that I'm kind of bouncing around my head. And so I was on Twitter that day and then I saw Anne Frank was trending. And I was like, why is Anne Frank trending? And so I was like, oh, that's a funny joke. And I go, hey guys, Anne Frank's trending. I hope she didn't die. That was the joke. Now, why is that a funny joke? Because on Twitter, when anybody is trending, it's always a Twitter joke like, oh my God, I saw so-and-so. I saw, I don't know, Nicki Minaj trending. For a second, I thought she died.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm so glad she didn't die. Because that's why people trend on Twitter. So it's a stupid Twitter joke. But it was funny in the context of everybody was getting mad at me for using this filter. So I posted it to TikTok too. And then all these people fucking lost their minds about this Anne Frank joke, and so, because I saw so many comments being like,
what were they saying?
They were, well, when they start flooding me with your baby died, your baby died. I was like, you guys are pieces of shit. Like, who says that to somebody? They're like,
did it start on Twitter?
No, it started on TikTok. As far as I know, that's where I caught wind of it.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking like, first off, my joke wasn't, Anne Frank died. Good, you little dumb Jewish girl. Hope you died. The Nazis killed your ass. Is that funny? Is that not, you see how not funny that is?
Yeah.
That's not funny. I never made that joke. I would never make that joke because that's not a joke. That's awful.
Yeah.
Like, that's not even funny. Like, you could do it in a context. We won't get into all that, but I know people who are just off the wall like that. And because you know their personality, they can kind of get away with that joke. But that's not what I do ever. My jokes are never, you got, like, people are like, you made a rape joke. Yeah, but it wasn't, you got raped.
Yeah.
It wasn't, I hope you get raped. It wasn't, rape is funny.
No.
Like, those aren't my jokes. You guys are fucking idiots, man. Sorry, Mom.
It was just like the wordplay.
Dude, it's wordplay. I know.
Hilarious.
People are like, ask your mom what she thinks of your rape jokes. Are you, somebody on these comments, because we're going to get into all this, but today it was like, what if you had a daughter? Would you show her your rape jokes? I'm like, would you say this joke to her? I was like, my daughter will laugh at these rape jokes the same way my girlfriend did, my sisters did, and my mom did.
Yeah.
Yes. Because it was a funny joke, you dummy. It's a good joke. There's a reason it got 1 million views and 200,000 likes. And I think it got like 2 million views. This was on my old account that got banned.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Which one?
I know.
It was a good joke.
I know.
And I know it was because even after it got banned, people started stealing the joke and reposting it. And then I read the comments and it was a bunch of people who were hating on me going like, okay, well, you got to admit this is a funny joke. It was a funny joke. All right. My rape jokes are funny. Get over yourself. Anyways, none of my jokes are, rape is funny. Rape is awful.
Yeah.
I don't believe that's funny. I don't want anybody to get raped. You guys are so dumb to not understand what the message is of my jokes or what the intent is or what the wordplay is or what the irony. You have no sense of sarcasm or irony. Or you don't understand what satire is. You don't understand what hyperbole is. You don't understand what wordplay is.
What were all these words you just said?
What are those?
Onomatopoeia.
I know. Erin is like, what are they? I don't know.
No, I do know what they are, just not in the right.
But also,
context.
you intuitively know when a joke is funny. You're like, okay, that was funny.
Yes.
Like, if I told that, I could tell that rape joke on stage and people would laugh. And people, I'll prove it one day. Don't worry. Trust me. I used to do stand up and I told these fucking jokes and it was fine. I mean, jokes like this. My jokes are better now. Anyways, so this Anne Frank joke, somehow I think really is what pissed all these people off, because they kept bringing it up like, you literally made fun of Anne Frank. First off, I didn't message Anne Frank's mom, ha ha, your daughter died.
Yeah.
You know why? Because Anne Frank's mom probably died too. Oh, got her. See, that was funny. Anyways, Anne Frank is dead. And I'm not telling Anne Frank the joke, and I'm not posting it to her family, and I'm not getting 10,000 people to spam it during the time they're grieving. I mean, we're not really grieving, but that's what they thought. These people thought you just had a miscarriage of like 22, 23 week. How far along are we? 23 weeks, like full on into the pregnancy. We've seen he's kicking. And you guys are thinking he just died, and you're going right now to say, ha ha, I hope he fucking suffers, and I hope your girlfriend suffers too. Yeah. I hope you're crying. Oh, it's just a joke. I thought dark humor had no limits, bro. They keep saying this too. I never said that. They got me confused with Spooner, dude. First of all, not to throw Spooner under the bus, but he's the one who says CEO of Dark Humor, and that he is a dark humor has no limits.
Yeah.
I've never said that. I've said I'm the CEO of sarcasm, satire, and mockery. And if you've ever listened to my lives or these podcasts, I've talked many times about the limits of my jokes, that I'll never personally insult somebody who didn't personally insult me first. Yeah. I won't mock your personal traumas. Making a rape joke that's really just a wordplay joke. It does not say rape is funny. It does not say I hope you get raped. It does not say any of that. But it certainly doesn't say you personally got raped and I'm laughing about it. Like nothing of the sort. I would never do that. The best example they can have is like Lizzo jokes. But Lizzo, like Anne Frank, is a huge cultural figure. And I still wasn't saying, ha ha, I hope you die or I hope you get raped.
Yeah.
I'm just basically making points of like, hey, if you say fat is beautiful, then don't get offended by being called fat. Like that's not some hateful thing. If you think, anyways, we won't get into the Lizzo thing, but that is maybe the best example you could give. But everybody else on my page that I have like insulted, quote unquote, has always been people who attacked me first. And then I just respond in a witty way. And it's almost always less mean than what they do, but it's better than what they do because I'm funnier than them. My wordplay is better than them. My comebacks are better than them. And they do something so mean. Like here's an example. Was a kid one time wrote, I hope you get your head smashed under a car tire. So I want to see your head get cracked open and smashed on the pavement under the tire of a car. Like that was what he said. And I responded, I looked at his profile and he looked like 14. And I was like, oh, well, you'd have to ask your mom to drive. That was my comeback. It's a great comeback and it's nowhere mean. It's not mean at all. It's literally just like, oh, well, you're going to have to ask your mom for permission to drive. Like, that's so funny because he's saying something so hateful and violent. And I'm just like not caring. And I'm just like, oh, but I'm using his setup as like, okay, you know, it's a great joke.
Yeah.
They took mine down for harassment and bullying.
Oh my gosh.
This is what I'm talking about. On TikTok, these are the fucking games I have to play where they can say
so lame.
10,000 people can spread the most vile, hateful shit. And I can't even respond to it in a funny way because if I respond to it, I'm the one who gets punished.
It's because they all mass report you, everything that you do, and you don't report anyone. Exactly.
So that's changing too, which we're going to get into. Anyways, the Anne Frank thing, I think is what set it off. And I was like, the meaning of that joke is not, haha, Anne Frank died. It's a joke about how when somebody trends on Twitter, people think they died.
Yeah.
But I'm just playing naive, like I hope she didn't die, because everybody knows she did die and knows the story behind her death. So of course there's playing some dark humor angle to it. But this joke still isn't, I'm glad she died, I hope she died.
Yeah.
It's, I hope she didn't die. Right? Like, it's so different. But either way, some of these people who had sent jokes to me after they found out we had a miscarriage a year late for the 10th time, some of them were funny. I'm not gonna lie. I don't care if you make jokes, dude. At this point, I'm a cultural figure. How awesome is that? That now you can say, well, Nick, if you make fun of Lizzo, we can make fun of you. Why? Am I as famous as Lizzo? Isn't that crazy?
That's awesome.
I agree. You're right. You're allowed to make jokes about me. And honestly, that's awesome to me. Like, that's something I would have never imagined. I would be so relevant. That now Twitter trends my name. I mean, I wasn't on the trending page, but there was a lot of people tweeting about me, and all of their tweets were getting a lot of likes because this was a swarm of fucking haters.
Yeah,
which happens. I'm learning so much about influencer culture and celebrity culture and outrage culture, being this person that I am and stirring up this drama that I am and building this audience that I am, because it's like I'm seeing these small pieces of what cancel culture, what the cancel mob of Twitter does when you get to this big level. Yeah. And I'm still not to the huge level yet, but it's getting bigger and bigger each time. And you've seen it. Go back and listen to this podcast. The first one was the Nick is not canceled episode, and that was after the first rape joke controversy. Yeah. Soon after, we got pregnant, and then we had the miscarriage, and then we did Bad News Kids, and that was me getting banned and what happened because of how the rape joke controversy kind of snowballed into. Yeah. And then I've been banned several other times, which we've talked about on here. And we've had all these hate mobs, these waves of haters that come and attack us. And so I'm learning like how it works, and I've seen it progress, and it gets bigger every time, but also I get better at dealing with it every time. Yeah. So you guys are actually helping. You're training me, dude. You're training me to be this person that I'm going to be. But where was I going? About the Anne Frank thing and these hate waves, hate waves, and so these hate waves come and go. They're literally like a little fucking swarm of locusts. That's like what I start visualizing them as, because they just flood everywhere. Guys, if you want to see what I'm talking about, if you're watching on YouTube, first off, guys, if you're right here on YouTube, please click the thumbs up button, smash that like button. We need likes on this video. Yeah. We need likes on all our videos, because these fucking haters just swarm us and destroy our videos. Not
Don't
that it
even
matters.
Watch it.
Yeah, of course.
They just go and dislike.
None of the criticisms are, oh, wow, this podcast was very boring. They'll say it without listening to it, of course, just because they're haters. But go look at the previous episode of this podcast on YouTube. If you want to see what I'm talking about, the episode is called Elimination Communication. Throwback to last week's episode, 2 weeks ago. Very last episode. Read the comments. Here, let's read some of the comments. Let's read them right now. I have it pulled up. Notice we have way more downvotes than upvotes.
Nice.
And we have 68 comments, which isn't really that much, but our podcast is still small.
That is a lot, I feel like.
Yeah. And guess what they are? That's probably what I'm saying. None of these are good.
Oh, gosh.
Smoking on your baby pack. Hey, your baby's whole pack, bro. So loud, we smoking that miscarriage gas. Hey, where's your son at? I thought you were pro-life and then your baby died. Hey, where's your kid at? Seeing Nick with hair. Oh, that's just a normal comment. That was actually real. Can't wait for tomorrow's episode. That's right. After all this drama. Hey, lemon lime ice water. I'm like lemon lice. I merged it together. We were a little late on the episode because there was a lot that happened this week. Hey, what happened to your son? Haha, your baby's dead. R.I.P. your baby. He was pro-life, but his son wasn't. Like, it goes on and on. These are the fucking comments. These fucking people just swarm like a fucking, this is the hate mob, guys. This is what I am battling, okay? And it's not just me. Lots of people deal with this. Huge celebrities when they say the wrong thing, when somebody gets canceled, when somebody gets caught on video fucking having a bad day or whatever. Like, you name it. There's a million fucking reasons why these little mobs come. And they can ruin somebody.
If you fuck with cats.
Oh, yeah. Don't fuck with cats. Watch that on Netflix. This shit could ruin. Now, imagine our child actually died. Imagine your mom just died of cancer. Imagine, like, if something horrible happened to your loved one.
I was actually surprised that they didn't come for us after we did the episode, because I thought they were going to use that as ammo. And I was like, oh, yay, these people do have a limit.
No.
They have a line, a moral line they will not cross. But it just took them a long time.
The hate mob has no morals whatsoever. They're so quick to point the fingers of me saying, I don't have a line. I have a line that I don't cross all the time.
Yeah.
You guys are so unaware of how, like, aware I am of what I'm doing and what line I'm willing to push and what I'm not willing to do, of where my morality lies.
Yeah.
You don't know me in real life. You know a TikTok persona. You know a comedian persona. It's a character, and it's an angle that I'm playing that has no relevance to who I am in the real world or who we are in the real world, or you know nothing about me. And yet you think you have me all figured out because I told a joke. What was my crime here? To be flooded with 10,000 ha ha, your baby's dead. Fuck you, you piece of shit. Yeah. What was my crime? I told some jokes on TikTok that they don't like.
Oh my gosh.
That's my crime.
Say it isn't so.
That's my, and these people are like, this is your karma. My karma? My karma for what? Making people laugh, just not you? What is my karma? And also it's so funny because they're like, this is your karma. I saw somebody on Twitter like, this karma coming to get Nick Foster is so powerful. And I'm like, what was my karma? You guys flooded me with 2 days of hate comments and I just ignored them. And then it just went away because this swarm of locusts, they just attack. This has happened so many times to us, but this was just a more vicious time. And then they just fucking get out all their hate energy and then they just fly on. And literally, I haven't gotten any comment. Like, I get like a few here and there.
No, yeah.
But it's
the
like
stragglers.
Totally dead now.
Yeah.
It's like the trick-or-treaters who come at like 10 p.m. There's like a few left. And it's like, guys, all right, the Halloween's over. So crazy. And so this starts flooding my whole fucking life. And we were dealing with a bunch of other things. We're out of our house because flea infestations, very fitting analogy because these fuckers are like a bunch of stupid fleas.
Yeah.
So we're staying at your mom's house and I'm like, I'm just going to turn this shit off. Like, here's the problem. The real problem is not, I didn't care about the jokes. That's what I was getting at before. I don't care if you make jokes. But the difference is when I make a joke, I'm just making a joke on my page to my audience about some subject. Even if it's about you, which it never is, it's on my page. I'm not spamming you personally saying your baby died and getting 10,000 other people to do that. That's not even close to what I do. That's not even like on the same level of justified. But also, what, you talking about the one guy?
No, I'm meaning it more. Your fans do go after people when you tag them.
I understand. And is
that not you sending?
No, because these are not people who are like just doing it of their own accord. It's some coordinated
they attacked
attack.
you first, and
exactly.
then you.
And same with that. When my
you're not
fans
telling
do it,
your people to do it.
No, but I agree. I've already thought about that. There was one example. This happened on my second account when I got it back and I bounced back to like 500,000 followers in like a day.
Yeah.
And then all these people were making videos like, haha, Nick Foster got banned. And then I was like, no, dude, I bounced back. Here we go. And then one guy like came at me and was like, Nick Foster's clearly buying followers because look at all these fake followers, like to get that many back in a day, but he only has this many views and likes on his page. I was like, dude, I just got 500,000 followers in a day. I don't even have time to get that many. I haven't put out any videos yet, but he was accusing me of having fake followers. So what did I do? I made a video saying, I'll prove that my followers are real because I'll send a swarm of followers after you, but I never asked them to. And I made sure to steer them into something that wasn't hateful. This is what I'm talking about how I'm very like aware of what I do and how to kind of control the mob as much as you can. Yeah. So I know if I make a video on somebody, my followers are going to flood them. So I make sure never to give them, if I had said something like, basically, I wanted to prove to him that my followers were real. So I was like, if all these people flood his comment section, he's not going to think they're bots that I bought. These are like real people.
Yeah.
So, but I knew if I just sent them, they would say like, homophobic shit or hateful shit. And I don't like that. I don't want people to send hate. I've talked about it so many times on here. I've talked about it so many times on my lives. Again, if you guys ever took the chance to actually get to know me, to actually try to understand why I do what I do and where I come from, you might be surprised. But of course, you don't want to. You want to just bully and control people into not making jokes about topics you don't like. You're all a bunch of like authoritarian bullies who are like, I'm just gonna fucking.
But don't bully me.
Yeah, I don't bully me, but we're gonna bully you with 10,000 people saying your child died. Like, get that through your head, guys. Do you not understand the difference? I have never said, haha, your child died or anything close. That's so terrible. Anyways, but this guy had said like I faked all my followers. So I was like, all right, if I put out this video, all these people are going to swarm his comments. So I said, hey, if all my followers are fake, or if my followers were fake, then they would not be able to flood your comment section calling you a snowflake. Because I knew they're going to flood and do whatever I say without me saying it. And I didn't want them to send hate. So I steered them into just sending snowflakes. Yeah. And without me even saying to do it, I knew they would. And I made sure to give them something to spam him, not let them come up with something where they would come up with some hateful thing. And what this guy got spammed with 20,000 comments
of snowflakes,
snowflake emojis. And he even admitted, okay, that was pretty clever. That was pretty smart. You got me, you know, and I'm sure it was overwhelming to him, just like for me, it was overwhelming. But the difference is he was getting spammed with snowflake emojis and I was getting spammed with, haha, your baby died, from a bunch of people who really believed my child just died. Do you guys not see the difference? So if you don't, you're the problem. So fucked up. So yes, I understand that sometimes I've had that effect and I've thought about that. But again, I do things like that where I try to keep that in line. I try to keep the hate out. I try to keep, it's none of that. It's just, but either way, spam is what I was like so all this shit was coming in and I was like, okay, I got to fight this back. So I guess this is what I'm dealing with on TikTok, but they mass reported my account and I got fucking deleted. So I had no way to count. I have no power. Yeah. It's like, that's what I was pissed about. It wasn't the jokes. It was, what the fuck? You guys get to spam this hateful shit and I get deleted?
I know.
That you take my account down? So I was just fucking pissed because TikTok just deletes me when I respond to these people, but they're allowed to send whatever vile bullshit they want. And if I respond, I'm the bad guy. Fuck that. So I was just pissed about that. And then because I got deleted, they just start flooding everything else. My Instagram, my Twitter, everything. So it's the spam. I've talked about this before. I had this problem before on TikTok where like the Barbs, you guys remember like a year ago, it was like the Nicki Minaj fans would just spam like Barbs. We're the Barbs. Fuck you from the Barbs. And they'd put all these like fairy emojis. It was fucking weird. I started blocking everybody and just deleting those comments when they came in. And then I trolled them too. That's a whole nother subject, which I won't get into, but I knew how to like steer them into something else. But people were like, look at Nick, he's a snowflake. He's deleting these comments. You think I'm offended because you write Barbs? Like, I don't give a fuck. I care about spam.
Yeah.
When you flood me with a bunch of shit, you make my social media useless. You make it to where I can't even fucking do what I want to do with it. And then you got my account taken down. So fuck you, dude. So I just turn my Instagram private, turn my Twitter private. My TikTok was already deleted. And guess what? Problem solved. Literally, I just turned you all off in the flick of a button. And they're all like, woo, we won. Nick can't handle it. It's like, no, I just can't deal with 20,000 fucking comments coming in right now. So turn it off. Problem fucking solved. And then the swarm of locusts just all spew whatever hate they can. I'm totally unaware of it. Don't even give a shit. And then 2 days later, they're just over it and they've moved on to the next thing. And this is what happens. This is why, like, and somebody could literally, like, imagine somebody was really grieving with their child and somebody did this to them.
No, I know.
You could drive somebody to true suicide. You could drive, and you think I'm the bad guy? This is so crazy.
So sad.
That's awful, dude. And they would do it to somebody. They would. If they don't like you, some people are tagging me and things saying they're getting hate for having a miscarriage too. And they're getting the same comments of me because they were pro-life.
The fuck?
Because they're Christian or whatever.
Matter.
And they're not even doing provocative shit like me. So it has nothing to do with whether I do jokes. I'm better at like people know who I am more because I'm like so provocative. Mm-hmm. But like then that other kid, like it came out that the big TikToker Polo Boy, like had a kid. He's like 19 and kind of abandoned his son. By the way, fuck you, Polo Boy. That's kind of douchey. Your son probably wants to know his dad, man. Mm-hmm. Anyways, your fucking life. I don't care. But Polo Boy is a guy who's like come out and said, I'm sorry for these jokes. These old jokes I told. I want to be a better person. I don't want to offend anybody. I won't say gay anymore. I won't say this anymore. And like does all the good things. I'm sorry, massa. I'm sorry, liberal fucking whoever bullies. Yeah. Please don't cancel me. Please. I'm sorry for all the jokes I told that were funny. I'm sorry. Fucking cucks himself just to like avoid the hate mob. And then I go and check his comments when it comes out that like he abandoned his son, and it's just floods of the same shit. Where's your son at? Hey, go take care of your son. Your daddy's asking where you. It's just, even if you do what the mob wants you to do and apologize and say, I'm sorry, I'll be better, they still will hate on you. Mm-hmm. So you think I'm going to give in? You think I'm going to change at all? All you did was turn me even more against you. You just turned me into a bigger monster than you've even built me up in your head. I'm not a monster because I'm still so like rational and calm about how I approach it, not hateful. But you don't realize that when 20,000 of you send, I hope your kid is suffering in hell and burning in hell, that you don't have a leg to stand on when I make fun of you. When I make a joke that offends you the next time and you say, hey man, don't say this, I'm going to be like, you literally spammed me with your son's burning in hell. What do you have to say I'm not allowed to make fun of your pronouns? You have nothing. Yeah. So now you've just shown yourself to be the true bad guys. You've shown your true colors of what the mob is and who you are and what I'm fighting against. And it's you. And what's so crazy. So I was just pissed that I got fucking banned and I couldn't respond. So I just turned everything off because I couldn't deal with it. And then I just let it run its course. Yeah. And then I come back. And what's so ironic, as always, when these hate mobs come after me and the cancel mob comes after me, it always helps me. Every fucking time it helps me. For sure. And it helped me again because I was already in a transitional place on TikTok where I was trying to I kept getting banned, and I knew it's these fucking rules of they can say any hateful thing they want, and if I respond, I'm the bully, and if I do that in a bunch, they delete my account. TikTok just deletes everybody, and it's not just me. People are like, oh, just don't make these jokes. Clearly, your jokes are just so inappropriate. It's like, no, because there's people who don't make these jokes who get banned just as much. Mm-hmm. And every creator's dealing with this because TikTok just indiscriminately bans people and caters to the snowflake mob, the crybaby, sensitive, fucking idiots out there who don't understand simple jokes. Yeah. Or not even jokes, but just can fucking hate. They're just haters, dude. They just hate on everything. And they get 100 other people to hate on it. And then TikTok's just like, just delete. So these fucking mobs get to run TikTok. And so
they run everything.
Dude, I know. The whole internet. The culture. Yeah. And that's why like people say like, oh, you shouldn't be, comedy's about punching up, not down. You have to punch to the people in power. You fucking babies are the ones in power. That's what you don't realize. You're all running around like you're oppressed, like you're so victimized, yet your mob of crybabies gets to dictate what's allowed on social media, what's allowed in political correct society, what's allowed in school and college, what's allowed in the media, what companies cater to, what the fucking woke mob on Twitter, like the outrage mob. 1,000 people can fucking cry about some joke somebody tweeted 10 years ago and literally get a snowball effect going where that person has to apologize or gets fired from their fucking job today because of a joke.
It's so crazy.
10 years ago that these kids weren't even alive to understand or even were even on Twitter.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. And then you're running around saying, we're the victims. You're the one in power. Shut up, dude. You guys are the ones that we're taking down, all right? You guys are the fucking authoritarians. You guys are the ones who are the oppressors, all right? And we're all tired of your shit. And it's always the people with pronouns in their bio. I was fucking blocking people left and right this week, which we'll get into why. Just every fucking time I click on their bio, it's somebody who doesn't show their face, who doesn't have any content worth watching, and they have pronouns in their bio. And they're running, it's literally, this is a cult of fucking horrible, toxic people who cry if you make jokes about pronouns and then flood you with, your baby's burning in hell and I hope your girlfriend's suffering. And then says, I'm being bullied. You're bullying me, Nick. Yeah. You're the bully. You made fun of our Z-them pronouns. This is the fucking world we live in. Fuck you people. You have just made me your mortal enemy forever.
Yeah, and one of the things too that I find really interesting and sad is that 1 in 4 pregnancies end in a miscarriage.
I know.
That is 25% of everyone who gets pregnant. If you can get pregnant, a lot of the times it's hard for people and there's infertility issues and this or that. You go through a miscarriage and it's usually your first pregnancy that you go through a miscarriage, and you can have many more, of course. But these people are really young right now. Once they want to start having kids, more than likely they are going to have, statistically speaking, they will have a miscarriage.
And I'm going to be right there DMing you and getting my fans to DM
and it's
you.
like, is that okay?
Like, your baby died. Actually, I'm not going to do that because I wouldn't do that. That's what's so crazy.
It's just so ironic that they're saying this, and it's like they're probably going to go through this as well.
And they run around.
And they run
around saying, Nick, but you made rape jokes and think of the people that affects. First off, I never made a rape joke about somebody who got raped. And I'm certainly not saying, haha, it's funny. Haha, I'm glad that happened. I hope it happens again. And I hope you suffered. And getting 10,000 other people. I made a joke.
You just said you won't joke about it.
That was the joke. That's so funny is the joke was, I won't joke about it. Not, this is good. But either way, they run around the statistic of like, this percentage of people are raped in their life. They don't even have a real statistic for that. They have a statistic of the percentage 1 in 6 women are sexually harassed, or they call it sexual assault, but it's like they claim like unwanted fucking catcalling and stuff. It's like, yeah, you're being sexually harassed, but that's not sexual assault, and it's certainly not rape.
Yeah.
And that's 1 in 6. Rape is way, way less than that. And even if it was that, that's still less than the people who have a miscarriage.
Yeah.
Because it's 1 in 4 women have a miscarriage. So when you guys are spamming, haha, I hope your baby's suffering, think of all the people that are affected by that. Way more than are affected by my rape jokes, which weren't directed towards anybody. And were never rape is funny. None of them.
Yeah.
It's crazy. The fucking perspectives that these people have and how warped their worldview is. It's so ridiculous. And that's why
they'll be slapped in the face with it.
Oh, soon. I know. And I can't fucking wait. You talk about karma's going to get me.
I hope not.
You talk about, I hope so. Fuck you. No, I honestly, truly hope every single one of these people who said, haha, your baby dies, has their baby die. So they deserve it. You'd want to talk about karma?
No, I know.
That's fucking karma.
That is
You
for
think
sure.
What is my karma for telling jokes that aren't about you to my own fans who understand it's a joke and are laughing? 2 days of mean tweets. Oh, you got me. Wow. Oh, you sent some mean tweets. You guys are so fucking silly, dude. You guys think like, we got Nick so good. We tweeted about him. What are you going to do? Tweet about me some more? Wow. Just turn off my Twitter.
Yeah.
1 click of a button. I don't give a fuck. No problem. So you guys all can just sit around and circle jerk each other about like, oh, we got him good. I bet this really gets to him. And they're just like, we're all just here together.
And you're out living your life.
I'm literally just doing my own thing. It's so funny. Anyways, so I was in a transitional period where I was trying to figure out what to do with my TikToks because I'm obviously going to keep getting banned for these accounts. And I do have goals of what I do. I don't mind getting banned. I don't care. Every fucking time. Guys, do you not realize every time I get banned, I bounce right back? I started Nick Foster again. That was my 4th or 5th account. I got to 90,000 followers in 2 weeks. And then you guys fucking swarm me, mass report me, and get my account deleted again. And I was fucking pissed because I'm like, these fuckers are saying the most hateful shit and I can't respond and I get taken down. Fuck you. But I was already in a place where I was like, I want to do an account that's like, because we have a kid on the way. Guess what? He's due in September. Hey, Noah, can't fucking wait to meet you. And I'm going to fucking train him to fucking destroy these kids or whoever, these kids, whoever they are. If any of these fucking crybabies try to, like, he's going to be the next generation's fucking, I don't know, ringleader. Anyways.
Who is that one person? Oh, I can't think of the name. I'll think of it later.
Okay.
Joan of Arc. Joan of Arc? No?
I mean, Joan of Arc's a person, but I don't know how that relates. I mean, I don't really
just kidding.
Get the analogy, but.
Wasn't that like a leader? No.
No. Joan of Arc.
No. Nope.
Okay.
Never mind.
All right. Anyways, so I was already in this place where I was already talking to you about, I want to do an account that's like us with the kid. That's like, yes, it's about Jesus. Anyways, I was going to do an account that was like, when we have the kid, like fun content that's like got my sense of humor, got my wit, but it's not like necessarily designed to trigger people, although it naturally will because that is my sense of humor. And I was wanting to do that. Like, let's do some fun shit with the kid and we're going to have a cute kid. And that way I could kind of have a separate account that wasn't just all these like sarcastic jokes because I know I'm going to constantly have this problem. And then I'll have this account that's like not doing that. So that way I can kind of diversify my content. That was what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
But the kid wasn't due for 4 months. And I was thinking, okay, what am I going to do I just, in the back of my head was like, it's going to come down the line. How do I do that now? Nobody wants to see me just do like pregnancy content. Nobody wants to see like me, like how am I going to get my audience to care about this content if they're only wanting this type of like sarcastic trigger the snowflake type content, right? And then this fucking gift just lands in my lap where everybody just starts mocking my dead child. Everybody on TikTok starts thinking my kid died. Like we had a miscarriage of this kid. Everybody was like, wait, his son just died or something. And then because I got banned, I just instantly set up a new account, Nick Foster Dad. Follow Nick Foster Dad on TikTok. And because everybody on TikTok was talking about me having a miscarriage, I was just able to instantly transition into making jokes, pissing them off, which matches my brand about, haha, you thought I had a miscarriage and here's Erin pregnant and we're totally fine. And you guys are a year late. Like, you don't even know what you're talking about. 2 days. What's it been? 3 days?
Yeah.
90,000 followers again in 3 days.
So awesome.
My account is bigger than a half of yours. Almost all the haters combined, my account's bigger than in 3 days, purely on dad content.
Yeah.
So they just allowed me to kickstart my content of like dad jokes and dad, having the kid and you being pregnant. And I blew up the account. And now because everybody's invested in it, they're all watching, they're all laughing. And now I can create content just pissing you guys off for months about how, hey, remember you guys thought my kid was dead? Well, totally fine. And we're totally unaffected. And people love that. They love when they're like, Nick doesn't give a fuck. That's what like makes them want to watch me.
It happens for a reason.
Dude, it's hilarious. Every time they try to hurt me, they just end up helping me.
Yeah.
And you guys threw
perfect.
You guys threw the worst thing you could possibly think of at me, and you still missed. You guys are worthless. I single-handedly, again, defeated a mob of 20,000 haters. Myself.
Yeah.
It's fucking nuts, dude. Like, you guys have nothing. But I'm also learning. And I'm also getting better, and I'm also getting smarter, and I'm also getting like more strategized about how to approach it. And I'm learning how to work the TikTok strategy because That was something I never, for a year and a half, all this hate that I've gotten for jokes. I would never block anybody. I would never report anybody.
I know.
I would let people say anything. Remember when they spread false rape allegations against me and pulled up some police report and said it was me and it was some other guy who had my name and it, like literally convinced everybody I was some like child molesting pedophile. This is the shit they throw at me. And even during that, what did I do? I didn't report anybody. I didn't sue anybody.
No.
All I did was mock them. I literally just used it for clout and I just like laughed and leaned into the joke and just like, because I don't care. It was all fun to me. That's way worse than anything I've ever done. I've never spread false rape allegations. And I feel like
when you would, what's that? What is it? When you would, you would duet someone's video about it. Yours probably got taken down too for bullying.
Several times.
And it's like they're the ones calling you a pedophile and saying this is you and slandering your name. And then it's like,
this is how it is. They're allowed to send death threats. The amount of death threats I've gotten, they're allowed to say, I hope your baby's burning in hell. Pure hate. But if I made a joke about like, I don't like anything that was about them being a woman or black or whatever. You know, there's a lot of different things you can pick on that are protected traits. That's hate. That's considered hate. But them saying your baby's burning in hell and you're a pedophile, that's not hate. That's totally, it's all good. That's within the rules. This is what I'm talking about. It's so crazy. So I lost my train of thought again. There was something I was trying to build up to there about starting the new account, the dad account, them. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm setting up this new dad account and you guys have just single-handedly kickstarted it that I got 90,000 followers in 3 days. And now everybody's like invested in us having the kid. So you just helped me so good. Your little swarm of hate just annoyed me for a few days. So I just turned off my shit. Didn't get affected by it. You guys just moved on. And then I turned everything back on. My numbers are good. My views are through the roof. My account's in good standing. I got more followers than I even had on the last account. You guys got banned.
Didn't people think too that you eventually, like, that you had made it up, the miscarriage up, so that way you could, like, so people were starting to say that?
Dude, I got messages
from when did you ever talk about the miscarriage? Like, a year ago?
This is the other thing, is they're acting like they got some secret on me.
Yeah.
Guys, go listen to this episode last year. Bad News Kids.
We were joking about it then.
We joked about it right away. We talked about, hey, when TikTok finds out about this, you know they're going to use it and try to spread hate with it. We said we were unaffected by it. We were like, we called all of this shit. We knew exactly what was going to happen. This was a year ago. And so I start posting those clips on my profile too. And people are like, what the fuck? Nick already was joking about it. It's like, you have no fucking power against me, but you did expose who you are. And you did show me that I will never, ever feel bad for you. I will never apologize to you. I will never, ever stop doing what I'm doing. And I will build a bigger platform and a bigger audience and a bigger army to do the same thing, to stand up against what you think is acceptable, because what your morality is awful. You are awful, terrible pieces of shit people. You are. Not me. You.
Yeah.
And now I will never care. Like there were moments before where I'm like, am I wrong? Am I wrong? And I'm like, no, I'm not actually spreading hate to anybody. They're just interpreting it that way. You have never convinced me more to believe in what I'm doing than doing shit like this. And now I'm just more aware. And as my profile grows online, I'm more strategized and I know what to do better. And as I've got more used to TikTok and TikTok's rules are changing, that's what I was saying, is that I never would report these people. I never would ban these people. I never would block these people because I loved it. I love the hate because it's just fun to me, because I don't care. It doesn't affect me the way it does you. You guys see a joke on your For You page that it's not about you and you cry and freak out and you have to go send, I hope your baby dies.
Yeah.
I just see you guys spread, I hope your baby dies. And I'm like, let me make a funny joke off this. Literally, we are not the same people. Okay. But because they are allowed to swarm my fucking page with all kinds of hate. I was like, fuck this. If TikTok's going to cater to the snowflakes, the people who are allowed to get me banned and say whatever vile shit they want and I can't even respond, then they're not going to get to see my content. I'm not going to play this game anymore. So I started reporting people. Everybody who sends some vicious comment, report for bullying. Every person who does a duet I don't like, report for bullying. Every single person who says some shit like, I don't like your content, why are you on my For You page? I don't like this, why, blah, blah, blah. Your baby died, blah, blah, block, block, block. Report, block, report, block. And now my fucking notifications, not only did you guys blow up this account, Nick Foster Dad, to 90,000 followers in a week, you have kickstarted my new career where you're not going to be able to cancel me as easily because it's more dad content. So what are you going to do? So I built up my audience pissing you off and saying all these things you think is so hateful and bad. I didn't apologize for any of it, never going to. Then my audience is totally invested in my kids. So now I can create a new account that has nothing to do with these jokes that you can get taken down. Then you guys start flooding me trying to do it and I just block you, block you, block you, block you, block you, block you. You can't do anything. You're fucking powerless. And so I used to have my notifications from TikTok would always be like, this video was removed for hate speech. This video was removed. You're banned from comment guidelines violations, always. And now I browse through it and it's just like, you reported this person for bullying. We remove their content as it does violate our guidelines.
So good.
Oh, this person, you're right. We have reviewed their other comments and we have seen that they have violated multiple guidelines and they have been banned from commenting, blah, 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 just tons of them. I'm going to be the biggest, most snowflakey. So I just started doing it and it started feeling great.
I bet.
Dude, my Instagram, I just started blocking people and Instagram has this great feature where I got it. You know, once you get into like the over 10,000 people and you get the creator page and stuff, and you get like extra features where you have like special inboxes because you get I get a shit ton of DMs and it's very hard to manage. So like normal, just personal Instagram pages, you just have your, like requested messages in your inbox. But when you're like when you have the bigger, when you're an influencer, you get like, you can put them in multiple inboxes, like your main inbox or like general. So like your fans and stuff, but you don't have those in your main inbox. And then you can like, you know, do other features.
No, I don't know.
I got the Instagram clout. Anyways, but what they just added, and I think it is one of these features too, because you used to be able to block people.
Yeah.
But now you can block people from like any account they might set up in the future.
That's so great.
So great. So I literally just started if they leave some shitty comment, I'm just like block. And then it's like, do you want to block them from all future accounts? So like they can't even create other accounts. They'll have to get I'm sure there's a way around it, but they'll have to get a whole new phone or do it on their computer or like, and then I just block that. Like you guys are little bugs and I just smack you. Nope. So I just started getting into it and I started doing it on Twitter, and Twitter has a new feature where Twitter was always a unique place because Twitter is so public and it's a public forum and anybody can tweet it, and they can still tweet whatever they want about me and that's fine. But if they go on my tweets and they try to talk shit in my replies, those used to always be public and there was nothing you could do about it. You could hide it, you could block them, but it doesn't hide it from other people. But now you can hide it. So like I can put out a joke that pisses people off, and I do a lot of those guys. Follow me on Twitter, Nick Foster Show. I think I'm going to change my Twitter handle soon, but anyways, that's what it is now. And they can leave whatever, like, so they would flood my shit like, haha, your baby's dead or whatever. And it's like, okay, hide and block. And it hides it from anybody who sees it. Nice. Like anybody who reads my account, they're not going to see you, and then you're blocked. And I just started doing it. And I was like, this is great. Why have I never done this before? So now across TikTok, I'm just all day, every day. Block, fuck you. Block, fuck you. Twitter, fuck you. Instagram, fuck you. I'm slowly just ridding myself of this swarm of hatred that all will then just go and circle jerk with each other about fuck Nick Foster. And Nick Foster, he'll never have relevance. Meanwhile, 20,000 people are so invested in like caring about taking me down, you know? I think I have some relevance. There's nothing more ironic than when I search my name on Twitter. And yes, I do, guys. People always say that on Twitter. They're like, this loser searches his own name. Hey, I searched your name on Twitter and nobody knows who you are. Okay? So I don't know how that's embarrassing for me. People talk about me, you know, I have relevance, but I'll always see some fucking nobody just tweeting to fucking 100 followers. That's like nobody even is listening to them. And they're like, Nick Foster's nobody. He'll never have relevance. Dude, you're literally tweeting about me right now.
Yeah.
Do you not have any self-awareness? There's nothing more relevant than 20,000 people
so mad.
talking about Nick Foster. And then sometimes I'll see some people who actually have some following and their own followers are like, who's Nick Foster? And it's like, and then they're like, oh, some guy on TikTok who does this and this and this. He says misogynistic jokes and racist jokes and blah, blah. It's like, that's relevant. You know about me, and now you're telling who I am to a bunch of people who don't know who I am, and you're just spreading me.
Yeah.
And that's how I got to this point in the first place.
Yeah.
The more you try to cancel me, the more I grow.
It was like the videos when people would make them about you. And then some of the comments would be like, oh, thanks for sharing him. I actually kind of like him. Like,
I see those all the time. People are always like, this guy, I looked at his profile. He's pretty funny.
Yeah, and they're just over here like hating on you and doing the complete opposite of what they planned on doing.
Because what people don't realize about social media is that the haters are the loud ones. The loudest are the worst, the most, and they're the fringe members. But because they're so loud, because they're the ones who always tweet, they're the ones who always comment, they're the ones who always report, and they get all mad. They're the ones that people think are the normal mainstream, like, people, the majority on social media, but it's not. They're the fringe members. They're the 1%, because normal people just sit and watch.
Yeah.
Normal people just like laugh and scroll by. They don't like, they don't comment. They're just like, that's funny. That's cool. Normal people agree with me. Not necessarily all my opinions, but they agree with the sentiment of, we want people to be able to say crazy things. We want people to make jokes. We want people to be free to talk. We don't want silencing. We don't want censorship. We don't want cancel culture. They just can't. They don't have a platform.
Or two, they may not like your sense of humor and everything, but they've probably met someone else who has that. They're like exposed to it all. So it's kind of like, I'll just ignore,
There's that. But there's also people who don't even, they're like, I like Nick. I don't really agree with his viewpoints and I don't like all his jokes, but I love how he makes everybody mad and never cares. Because that alone for so many people is like, we need more of that. Yeah. We need people to say, fuck you. I'm not apologizing. I'm going to say this. Oh, you're mad? Good. Be mad. You deserve to be mad. Fuck you.
That's
and people like that. People are like, yes, it's refreshing, you know? And so, anyways, the more you try to cancel me, the more you fucking do this, the more it grows, and the more I'm getting more skilled and more strong. Like, when you guys throw this shit at me, what do you think it does? You think this weakens me? It built my audience bigger. It transitioned me into a new page that's going to be a lot harder to take down. We'll see. I did have one video removed already.
But it came back, right?
No, one did. One got removed, and I'm still waiting to see if it comes back. But I reposted it and kind of changed the wording. It's got 500,000 views. I posted that this morning, so it blew up pretty big.
Yeah.
You try to cancel me. You are really just helping me. My audience is now more. It creates a wave of like support every time you do it, where the people who resonate with what I'm doing and the people who like it, they want to take up arms to protect it. Whereas like a couple weeks ago, when nobody was really like getting mad at me and nobody was saying all this hateful shit, my audience was just kind of, whatever, they'll watch some of my videos and whatever, but there's not somebody to fight against. People need that motivation.
Yeah.
So once you guys started sending me all these hate messages, I just started screenshotting them and doing funny comebacks, and I'd post them on my Instagram, and there's some good ones on there.
Yeah.
And it just got my whole audience on Instagram to be like, oh my God, who are these people? Let's go to fucking war, And I was like, all right. And so I start my new account and boom, 90,000 in a few days. It's great. You guys help me every single time. And now I'm learning how to block better and like do the strategy more where like, you guys are not going to get free range. I'm not going to give you guys my platform. You guys want to, hey, guess what? You want to come on my page? The amount of people who hate me, hate my content, say it's so offensive, they don't want to see it, and then they search it. They come to my Instagram. They're not following me. Instagram is not like TikTok where there's a For You page that gives it to you. Instagram is a place where you have to search me or you have to follow me to see it. And there's so many people who will come and be like, you're a piece of shit. How dare you say this? Blah, blah, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And I click and it's like, they're not even following me. So these people went out of their way to see me. It's hilarious. So I just start blocking them. And then I start getting messages on TikTok and on other platforms. Why'd you block me? You snowflake, unblock me, unblock me. What? I thought you didn't want to see my content. Now I'm making it easier for you. I'm blocking you because you guys don't have the fucking balls to do what you should have done this whole time, is just block me. If you don't like to see me, just block me. I've said that many times on TikTok. How many times have I posted, you don't have to watch me, just block it. And nobody does because they want to be outraged. They need to be outraged. That's what they think they're fighting against, is this evil man that tells jokes on the internet. And then what else do they say? They say, it's not about the jokes, Nick. It's about you're breeding an audience of young children who are going to think like you. Good. And now I'm going to keep doing it, and you're not going to be able to see it. And you're not going to be able to criticize it, and you're not going to even know it's happening, and yet it still is. I will not apologize. I will not stop. I will continue forever, and these kids will grow up, and with my with my skills or with my efforts, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm calling it. I will breed them to think like me. And hopefully we will breed a whole new young generation of kids who will bully you and your children out of being toxic pieces of shit who say, ha ha, your baby died. Good. And
There'll
what are you
be a
going to
good
do?
balance.
No, I know. Because the truth is, I preach to my audience all the time who watches my live streams, who's first off, many people get my sarcasm. They get that it's irony. People are not watching this like, ha ha, he hates women. No, they're saying, ha ha, he's pissing off people who get so mad when he says women aren't funny. Some stupid thing that's not even hateful. That's not hateful. That's just like a dumb meme that's been around forever. Women aren't funny. I don't even believe that. And yet you guys get so outraged when I say it. And then my audience is like, ha ha, there he goes again. Or still hit though. That's another great example. I just started the joke of like, still hit though. And they're like, oh, you couldn't even tell us you can't please a woman without telling us you can't please a woman. Still hit though. Oh, well, you probably have a small dick. Still hit though. I just started doing this and they'd get so mad. Like Nick Foster is spreading this old trope that like men should never have to like please a woman and they're just objects for men to get off. And I'm like, still hit though. And then they think like my audience is like, wow, Nick's making really intellectual points here. I guess women are just objects who I can just hit and that's it. Yeah. And that's it. No, they're just saying, haha, Nick is just pissing them off by keep saying still hit though. It's funny. It's just like, that's all it is. It's not some fucking secret message that's going to corrupt the youth. Yeah. Most people are just watching this and saying, he's just a troll and he knows how to just bait these people into getting outraged and over something so dumb, like still hit though.
3 words.
Still hit though. We're going to put out merch, still hit though. Anyways, dude, this whole fucking week. So this week has been insane hatred. If you want to see, go look at the last episode of this podcast on YouTube. But hit the thumbs up first. Yes. All right, guys. Can we start? If you want to see previous hate waves, go look at the reviews on iTunes because that was from our hate wave last year, and I never asked people to review us on iTunes. Yeah. And this is what I'm talking about like the haters are so much louder because all you do is piss off people with one Anne Frank joke, and then we get flooded with downvotes and negative comments on our YouTube. But I could post 10 videos in a row begging people like, hey, go give us a thumbs up, and you wouldn't get that many comments because asking people to do something is a lot different than people going out of their way who are mad to do something. So you have to get creative with it, and I have ways that I do that. Like all
my reviews for hotels.
Yeah, exactly. Erin knows.
If it's a shitty hotel, you best believe I'm making a review. I've gotten better though. Yeah. I do both.
That is true, though. It's like these.
I'm immediately in the car afterwards, like, or when we're in the room, like, fuck this place.
There's never any scenarios where like some company does something great and then all of Twitter is like, we're gonna go flood you with positive 5-star reviews.
Yeah.
No, but if one time somebody puts out like, this company called me, it's one of their workers called me a racial slur. Literally, that could go viral on Twitter and 500,000 people will go and just be like, this company needs to go out of business. You're a piece of shit. Fuck you. And it's like, they're fucked forever.
Yeah.
Because of some employee that's not even representative of the company. This is how it works. This is just the game. And then people take that as like a win. Like, oh, Nick, look at all your negative comments. It's like, yeah. Go look it up. Your baby died. Is that a relevant comment to the video we were posting? No. What does that do to me?
And not even that, but
Nothing.
if someone just randomly finds you on the internet and goes and looks at your video and sees all of that, they'd be like, who are these people?
I know.
They would not be like,
they think so
about you.
If anything, they're literally going to be like, I need to watch this video to see what the fuck these people are talking about. And then they watch the podcast and they're like, what does this have to do with? And then why are they just mocking you for having a dead kid?
Yeah.
You guys are awful people.
Yeah.
Like, it's not winning people over to your side. Who do you think it won over when you spread that kind of hate all over every social network? The only people who are resonating with your baby died, fuck you, are people who already know who I am and already hate me. It's not like some average person is like, wow, you know what? I don't like Nick Foster now. All it does is make people in the middle be like, I might not like Nick Foster, but now I'm like, you guys are the bad people, and I actually respect Nick for taking it in stride, which has always happened. This was the same thing with the sexual predator fucking thing, where they tried to spread that all over TikTok, and it was just some fake slander and photoshopped my picture on some other guy, like total bullshit. And all I did was make so many people would get mad and get like freak out. And all I did was like make jokes about it. Like, hey guys, you're right. You caught me. I escaped prison. That's why I was on TikTok. Look at his hairline. Notice how it's totally different than mine. And we don't even look the same. And he's a different race. And I'm a foot taller than him. And he's got tattoos and I have no tattoos. And like, I just start like trolling. You guys got me. I thought I got away with it. Just start making jokes. And then all these people would make videos like, you know, I disagree with Nick on a lot of things, but you have to admit he is like, he really just takes this and like makes it fun. And he does, you know, I respect him for never backing down, you know, it makes people be that way. And normal people are just going to view shit like this and just be like, you guys are fucking awful. Or they're just not going to care. Like nobody's checking. You think anybody in my life like is affected by this? And that's like my ex-girlfriend like messaged me and was like, they're messaging me, like trying to get dirt on you. And it happened again this week. And she was like, what the fuck? People, they like dig up people in my life and start messaging them and try to like send shit or ask questions. Everybody in my life. Do you have time to
speak about Nick?
I know.
I have a couple questions.
Hey, not Jesus Christ, but do you have time to talk about our most hated Antichrist, Nick Foster? Nobody in my life is shocked by any of this. Nobody in my life is going to be like, oh, wow, you changed my opinion of Nick. Like nobody is going to search me and be like, wow, Nick, you suck. You got all these negative comments on your podcast because of a bunch of fucking crybabies on the internet. Like
assholes.
Nobody, they're just going to be like, they all side with me. If anything, you just got more people. Like the amount of my own friends that I haven't talked to in forever that were messaging this week to make sure I was okay. Really made me be like, wow, everybody's got my back. And I'm not that type of person that actually like cares about that. But it was surprising because it was like people I haven't talked to in forever and they were getting invested. Like, who are these fucking pieces of shit? Wow, fuck them. You know, nobody agrees with you except for people who already know me and already hate me. And there's no, like, I'm never going to change your opinion anyways. And I'm not going to try to. I'm going to try to double down and just make you watch me ascend to great heights off the backs of your tears until one day I can just laugh at you all and be like, remember when you said you were going to cancel me? And then here's my son thriving and my girlfriend thriving and me thriving. And we're making fun of all of this. And like, we wouldn't have been able to do it without you.
Yes. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you. You guys are the best. You'll always be my biggest supporters. Oh, so crazy. We wanted to do this podcast a couple days ago, but we came back here. We had a flea infestation, and then we ate a bunch of food, and then we got so lazy. And I was in a whole different mood. Honestly, the other day, I was like, because I was dealing with this all, and I was strategizing, and I was trying to figure, I hadn't built up the new account yet, and I didn't know what I was going to do. But I was in a place to like talk about this, but I was in a more like, I don't know, a different mood. Today, I'm like just so like zen and over it. And just like, we had to lay it down because it was such a, my audience knows this is what's going on, and everybody on TikTok knows this is what's going on. So it's kind of hard to do this week's podcast without talking about it because this is what we've been dealing with all week.
Yeah.
But it's just like always, I just end up being like, wow, this really turned out for the best. I'm really kind of glad this happened.
I know.
I really didn't know.
You got your new account and everything, and you were wondering how to start it, and this was the perfect kickstart for it.
And now I'm doing dad content every day, but it's like I'm still able to troll because it pisses them off. Like, motherfucker, Nick's still winning, and people are just like,
why can't we stop him?
I know. Oh, it's so good. But also, guys, I really feel sorry for you. Any of you people who actually feel that way, I'm not sorry, but I feel sorry for you.
Yeah.
And I wish you could actually get to know me. You will never let your preconceived notions and hatred and just negativity, you will never let that down to actually see who we are as people and who I am as a person, because you want somebody to hate, and that's fine. I'll play the heel.
I feel like these people too are probably a lot of the time like, don't judge a book by its cover. Yeah. Like, get to know me before you judge me. Exactly. Blah blah blah. But then they'll just go and judge you immediately based off the tiniest little information that they have.
Exactly. And in their mind.
And you have all of this other content out there too to show your other side. It's like, take the time before you make a fucking decision.
That's the thing is this generation really believes that what you are on social media is real. First of all, it's not. Mm-hmm. But then they think like, well, all your videos are like this. Yeah, but all my videos are one character.
Yeah.
Nick Foster jokes. It's a character. You think that's encompassing my life? I don't show you my life. I don't show you I don't talk about real opinions. I don't do any of that. But I have a whole podcast where we talk about us in a relationship, how we're going to raise our kid. Like even today I was because I'm going to war with these fucking people. It's like the gloves are off, guys. You don't get to get offended by anything now. You will, but I don't care. Like now I want to piss you off, and I really have narrowed it down to the pronoun people. I don't hate people who have fucking changed their pronouns or transgender or gay or any of that. No, I don't hate anybody. We've talked about this many times. I'm not going to raise, if my kid actually wants to be a girl, I'm going to support him. I don't care. He won't. I'm willing to bet, but we've talked about it and we don't care. But yet still, I make many jokes that are designed to piss those people off because you people are the toxic ones. You are literally every single person who I was going through my comments. Not every single person. 95% of the people who I was blocking who said, ha ha, your baby's dead or any variation, I'd click and it would say he, him, they, them, she, they, or whatever. Whatever their fucking weird ass stupid pronouns. It's not a coincidence, man. These people are the toxic people. And I've been trying to boil it down forever. Is it liberals? Is it the LGBTQ plus IAA alphabet fucking Skittles, the Infinity Stones from fucking Thanos? I don't know. All the rainbow people. Is it the snow? Like, what do I say? Because whenever I make a joke on TikTok, it's like how you word it.
Yeah.
If I said the faggots, oh, canceled. I said it. If I said that. The
bundle of sticks?
Exactly. The bundle of sticks. If I said the bundle of sticks, that might be actually something that could get by. I don't use that word as a slur, but I'm just saying, if I said that, like, of course, that's going to get taken down. If I said the gays, that's going to get taken down. If I said the LGBTQ, that could be taken down, could not be. So it's like, what group am I doing? So I start saying like liberals, because they're all liberals. You don't see any conservatives who have pronouns in their bios. Show me one. Maybe you'll find one, but it's liberals, right? So I start saying like liberals when I set up these jokes, like liberals will do this. That was a joke I made, was like liberals. Hey, it's not a baby. It's just a clump of cells. And then I'm like, oh, but I had a miscarriage. And then they're like, your baby died. Because that's what they did all week. Yeah. And then everybody was like, what's this got to do with liberals? It's not all liberals. And it's like, I know, but I have to define who it is I'm trying to make a point to. And if I say LGBTQ, that's not really who it is. And that would get taken down. If I say the gays, that's not really who it is, and it would get taken down.
No, yeah.
So we have certain slang terms on TikTok, like the alts. The alt community. Nobody even fucking knows what that is. When I say the alt community, I mean like all the people who get offended by my jokes, the feminists to the LGBTQ plus, but I don't really make gay jokes or like homophobic jokes, which people keep saying too. And I'm like, I don't really do that, but I make jokes that offend them. Or I'll do things about pronouns that I guess is transphobic, but it's really just, it's the pronoun people. It's the fucking pronoun people. It's not even trans people. It's just people who fucking put pronouns in their bio that aren't even trans. They just think like, our pronouns are so important. And it's like, so I've tried calling them the snowflake community. That's like my slang term for like this community of people, whoever it is.
Yeah.
But over time, and after this week, I have literally narrowed it down to it's the pronoun people. And so I started doing that on TikTok, and those get removed. If I call them the pronoun people, that's hate speech.
Oh my gosh.
The pronoun people can say your baby's burning in hell.
Yeah.
The pronoun people can say, I hope your girlfriend dies horribly. The pronoun people can say, I hope you fucking suffer and,
But don't call me a pronoun person.
Exactly. That's hate speech. That is where you cross the line. Dark humor has no limits until you call me a pronoun person.
Yeah.
I think we need to make that a term, the pronoun people. I don't know if I coined it or if it's been around, but I think it's pretty good. But I'm telling you, dude, there is not it's not a coincidence that such a high percentage of these people that said horrible, hateful shit had pronouns in their bio. So I don't know. So I'm trying to figure out, who it is I'm fighting against. But it's like, this has just made me hate them more, and it makes a lot of people hate them. If you really care about your cause and you want to get people to accept you for who you are, you can't do it by being that awful. You're going to have to be better. You're going to have to like win people over with your own form of wit or humor or make it likable in some type of way. But when you spread that type of hate, like, it makes me hate you. And it makes and I don't even hate you, but I hate that. I hate those, whoever said that shit. I hate all of you, and you're my mortal enemies till the day I die. And I know you think I'm old, but you're going to have to deal with me a lot longer.
I keep him very healthy.
The truth is, by the time you guys are my age, I will probably still look and act younger than you. It's so crazy. I saw a dude going after Spooner Dude on his Instagram. Shout out to Spooner Dude. And of course I like Spooner Dude, but everybody gets us confused. And I think he gets me into trouble and he thinks I get him into trouble because people don't know what's what.
Yeah.
But somebody was going after him, another TikToker who I also follow and actually kind of like. And he's very far on the left, but I think he understands my jokes and kind of respects it. And I kind of understand and respect him. But he was saying this shit about how Spooner is like just a fucking piece of shit and like awful shit about him. And they were going back and forth.
Dang.
And, fuck, what was my point here? What did we say right before that?
You're talking about age and stuff.
Oh, yeah. He said he was 26 and he looks like...
Spooner is?
No. The guy who was attacking him, and I was like, bro, you're 26? You're 10 years younger than me? Dude, he looks 15 years older than me.
Who?
The guy who was attacking Spooner.
Okay, yeah. Oh, dang.
I was like, That's 26. Like, I'm aging fucking great if that's what a 26-year-old looks. I don't know if he's just aging. It's a mix of both. He's aging awfully, and I'm aging fucking great because I'm like 10 years older than this guy, and I literally thought we were the same age.
Yeah.
And I thought, like, we're the same age because you're what normal 36-year-olds look like, who already look way worse than me.
Yeah.
But, like, he was 10 years young. I was just shocked. Not to throw shade at that dude. I do like him. I like his content. I actually want to have him on the podcast sometime if I bring back the Nick Foster and friends. But
yeah.
It's just these fucking kids who send this kind of hate have no clue that by the time they're like 25, they're going to end up being fat. They're going to be dealing with miscarriages. They're going to be stressed out about life. They're going to have all this fucking shit. And I'm still going to be sitting here doing this, laughing at them. And they're just going to hate. They're going to hate me even more. There's no end to it, guys. I'm going to be around for the next 50 years when you're hating your life. So get used to it. Anyways, yeah, there was so much other that I wanted to really expand into a lot of these things. That's the that's the drama of the week. That's how it all kind of went down. I'm sure there's a lot that points that I wanted to make, but that's the thing. It's like I had these all in mind the other day, and then today I was just like, nah, I'm over it. I don't really care about any of this. Whatever. It worked out for the best. My audience is back, stronger than ever. I got 2 new accounts set up. We got Nick Foster Dad. That's for the family-friendly dad content that will also trigger the libs or the snowflakes or the rainbow people or the pronoun people or the alts or whatever fucking name you want to put on them. It's going to piss them off. The Nick Foster haters is really what it is. And it's good. And I'm blocking everybody, dude. I don't care. You fucking do some stupid, you do a duet I don't like, you're blocked. You leave a comment I don't like, you're blocked. And guess what? These blocks are not up to appeal. You're blocked forever.
Yeah.
Okay? Forever. And then people would find my other account, Nick Foster Talk, T-O-K, like TikTok, Nick Talk, Nick Foster Talk. Follow that account. That's where I will continue doing my edgy jokes and provocative. That's where I'll do duets because that's
ones that will get removed.
Yes, the ones that will get banned. I already had one banned today. Because that's another thing too is I can't respond to any of these people when they do duets of me and they call me out for some shit. If I respond to them, I'm the one who gets taken down, and that's what always gets my account hurt. So I'm like, I can't even do duets, so I have to let them talk shit. And I can't respond, but I'll have this other account, Nick Foster Talk, which will get banned at some point. But that's where I will continue doing any type of call out shit, any type of sarcastic joke that isn't about being a dad. And then we'll keep this account where I'm just like blocking people. And then they flood my other account because I've gotten so many comments on it like, Nick, unblock me from your other account. You blocked me. I didn't even make a joke. Blah. It's like, if I blocked you, you said some stupid shit.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, I will actually allow people to talk shit. Like I've always allowed people to talk shit, and I've never removed it, ever. I've never deleted comments.
No.
I've never banned anybody. I've never blocked anybody. Never. I loved it. I just made jokes off it.
Yeah.
But then with this type of hate, and then I would look, not only did they have pronouns in their bio, but it's like you leave a comment that I can't even make a joke off of, and then you have nothing invested in the game because I look at your profile and it's private and you don't show your face. So I'm like, you don't have anything to offer me. You are a nobody. You are a meaningless annoyance. Fuck you, you're gone. But then people who will send some type of like hate comment that's at least like interesting or unique or original, I might leave it. If I can make a joke off it, I might leave it. Or if I click their profile and I see like, oh, they got 1,000 followers and they actually show their face and they actually like have public videos. I'm like, at least they're out there. They're not hiding behind some bullshit 0 follower account with it's like, you don't even have anything. So then if I make like a response, my followers might go and like send them the hate that they sent me. Good. That's karma. That's what you come to me with hate. You're going to get it back in return. But when somebody has no videos, no photos, no anything, it's like, they don't even get the hate back. There's nothing to hate on. They're just a nobody. And they can just delete their account with no problem and just start a new one. It's like, why do you get to see my content? You don't deserve to. The people on Instagram, that's what it really, there's so many on Instagram where it's like, 0 followers, 0 photos, following 10,000 people. And then they're like, you're a piece of shit. Fuck you, you misogynist. It's like, what value does that have? Why should I even leave that? For what? I can't, there's nothing to gain from it. So I just start blocking, deleting. And then they flood my other account. Unblock me, please. Oh, blah, blah. It's like, I thought you hated my content. Now you're begging to see it. So I love watching them beg. You fucking babies. And you're going to know who I am anyways. This was just like other social media where people would block me. But because everybody on the app talked about me, they couldn't escape me. And even though they could block me, all they were doing was hurting themselves, because then they wouldn't know what I said. But they see everybody responding to me. And this will be TikTok all over again. People are still going to duet me. Everybody's going to talk about me the way they already do. And then all these people are going to be like, oh, I want to go fucking hate on Nick. And they can't see my video. They can't see my other videos. They can't comment. They'll have to create a new account, but I'll just block that.
No, I know.
Block. They're going to have to create more accounts than I've created. The difference is when they create accounts, nobody knows them. They have 0 followers and 0 friends. And when I create an account, I get 90,000 followers in 3 days. That you and I are not the same. Okay. But I also couldn't do it without you, as always, haters. So thank you for kickstarting my new account. We're blowing up. We're keeping it fun. This one's going to be a lot harder to take down. And we're excited to see where it goes. I wouldn't hold my breath. I still think at some point they might ban it, but...
Your talk one?
No, the Nick Foster dad. I just I still feel like I'm going to say something and then they're going to be like, this... I don't know. I am leaving some pretty funny comments where I'm surprised those haven't gotten taken down.
It's because everyone's blocked and they can't.
I know, because it's like, if you say some shit to me, I'll respond funny and then I'll just block you. And you can't even see it. Fuck it. That's the game we're playing. This is the new world. It's a
level playing field now. If they can report you and get all of your stuff removed, you can do the same.
And I will build my army and we will start doing it in return. Okay, guys. I
have to pee.
Okay. There was other things that happened this week outside the drama, but we'll get into it maybe next week or we'll forget about it and move on.
Yeah, it won't be relevant anymore.
Probably. All right, so that's the drama. Guys, please leave a thumbs up on this video and leave a good comment. And if you really want to laugh, go read the comments on our previous episode. You'll see the hate that I was dealing with, or go view my Instagram, Nick Foster Official.
Oh my gosh.
If you want to leave a review on iTunes, that would be great because we have a lot of bad reviews there too. And none of this is legit. These are not people who are like, I listened to your podcast and this is what I think. This is how you know it's just. This is how I actually know I have power. Who else does this happen to?
Oh, I know.
Where like they're not even criticizing you or your content or your podcast. They just hate you so much because you told this joke.
And they had to come find you on other platforms.
They had to find me.
It's like, what the fuck?
They found my other YouTube, because I have my main YouTube channel too. That's like not this podcast.
Yeah.
And they're doing that over there too. And they think it bothers me. But what they don't realize is like, I've been talking to you about that too. I'm about to like delete all those videos anyways. Because I was like, I don't really know what I'm doing with this channel. And I don't like what I'm doing. And I just kind of stopped posting. And like, I have this whole new plan of what I'm going to do. So they like spewed all this hate on those videos. And I'm just going to delete them. Like, it doesn't even matter. It literally doesn't even matter. I didn't even want to bother with the YouTube channel.
All your effort. Boop.
I know. One click of a button and you're fucking all your effort. The effort of 20,000 haters. Most hateful, vicious people possible of the internet mob can be just a few clicks of a button. Boop, gone. But you do, I'm not going to lie, you do have to be mentally strong. I feel really bad. This is what really makes me have a perspective. If you want to talk about Nick, have some empathy for people. I have empathy for the people who have to deal with that type of hate that I receive, who don't deserve it, who just,
I mean, literally deserve it. But anyways, go on. Yeah,
I'm just saying. I at least like. I know I don't deserve that. Nobody deserves that. I'm just saying. I invite that by being so provocative and poking it. But think of the people who like literally lost their baby. And then just, I don't know. I think of
it's
like,
more too if it's like just a conservative speaking their viewpoints and stuff like that. And then they're going to go and they're going to be like fuck, you know,
Yes.
say all those things. Yeah.
They just boil you down to this one thing that I don't like, and then therefore they justify the worst possible things they could say to somebody. And those people are not people who are built to handle it the way I am. Those are people who might literally be in their worst moments of their life or truly grieving a loss. Unlike us, where we had talked about, like, we're okay with it. Like, you didn't really affect us because we're not grieving over it. But there are people, like, if somebody actually dies in my life, they will do the same shit. This is what they do.
Yeah.
And then it's like, how can you not have empathy for the amount of people who have to deal with this shit on the internet? Some Twitter cancel mob or these, it's just like, nobody has empathy for that.
A lot of people too haven't dealt with death.
Yeah.
It's like more a grandparent has died or something.
Ha ha. You know. Your grandma died. Is that a good joke?
Totally.
It's dark humor. Dark humor has no limits. That's what they said. That's what they said I said, which I never did.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I heard you say it a couple times on this podcast.
Quote, unquote. I have limits, guys. If you want to get to know me, come hang out on this podcast. DM me for real. Or, I actually kind of still troll my DMs. But you're going to have to get to know me on streams or on this podcast, because if you want to get to know me from my TikTok, you're not going to get to know me, and you can have whatever opinion. But you will see me having a great life with my beautiful girlfriend and my future son, who will also be trained to disrespect the fuck out of you and your pronouns. Sorry, Mom. All right, guys, that's the end of the podcast. Thanks for tuning in. I promise we will be back to good, sweet, fun relationship talk next week without all the TikTok drama, unless there's some more TikTok drama. All right, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.
Okay, see you.